nervous, drop deep in.
So you said it's LS1.
LS1 5.7 aluminum block.
Okay. I want to talk about the injection.
The intake.
So these are 8 individual, they're not carburetors, right?
No, they're individual throttle bodies. It's a SLP, like luxury performance kit. It's, you see right there's the injectors, individual 8 injectors, individual throttle bodies. So each cylinder gets equal amount of air.
That looks crazy how you get all the linkage to work and line up.
Yeah, that's actually, like, that's not even the linkage they sent me. Like, I had to make that myself to make it work, right? It was kind of like it was a, like, lesser expensive kit, so I kind of had to put my own spin to it to make it work the way I wanted to.
So, can it just suck stuff in?
Yeah, I mean, it can technically get anything into it, but I actually used to have some mesh in there, and this thing was downdrafting so fast, it was starting to rip the mesh and pull it in. So I was like, I'd rather take my chances with getting a little bit of air and dust into it, and then rather than it suck a big piece of mesh down.
So then you have all this crazy linkage, you have to synchronize all the throttle bodies, right?
I honestly, like, most people ask me, it's like, this has to be a pain to set up, and I tell them, like, really, it wasn't. I messed with it twice. Other than that, it stays in sync relatively well.
And what are all of the small little black lines and
These are actually all, these are all vacuum lines. It's funny you asked that. Like, so many people come to me asking if that's nitrous or some kind of spider web setup, but it's actually a vacuum setup that I built the like a small plenum to equalize the vacuum pressures and get a good reading on the map, and also still run power brakes on it.
So is this a drift car or time attack, or what do you use the car for?
It's full out drift car. I thought I wanted to do some time attack one day, but the drifting is just too much fun. I can't bring myself away from it.
So you guys did a lot of the fabrication, or you did a lot of fabrication?
I did a lot of fabrication. I work Roads Performance. We're a trio with John, Vic, myself, and Justin Peterson. I'm the fabricator, and I did all the fab work myself.
So there's a bunch of crazy fab stuff on the front suspension here. What's happening over here? Like tubular arms and all fabricated with an upright and like an extension piece for the steering rod?
Yep, it's got an extension piece with a sleeve. It's all out of inch DOM 120 wall. So I want to make it really strong, but also in case of a hard collision, it would fail when it needed to instead of damaging other parts. Custom built spindles. Like I said, I designed it all myself. It's been a lot of R&D with it and just finding out what works. And it's amazing. I love it.
What transmission are you using?
I'm running a 4-speed T101 G-Force Tex Racing.
So that's like a dog box.
Dog box,
straight cut
yeah,
gear.
straight cut gears. Yep.
How about the rear end?
Rear end's factory. It's a welded rear end. I took all the LSD stuff out of it and put in my own plates, made it a spool locker and braced it.
Nice. So you do the cage and stuff?
Yeah, I did the cage. That was actually the first cage I ever did. I did that whenever I was 19 years old.
And you got the custom installation of the tack.
Mm-hmm.
This is the real deal.
Custom gauge setup, yeah. Made everything fit the factory kind of gauge bezel.
So in the back of the car, I can see the radiator up here and then also an oil tank. I don't even know where to start. It's cool because it's all like Frenched into the back section there. Why is it mounted up here versus somewhere else in the car?
I really wanted to be out of harm's way, and even though it's a little bit taller in the car as far as weight balance, I just wanted to make it easy to access in case I ever needed to. And I also wanted to be a showpiece in the back. It's like, if I'm gonna put all this work into it, I want people to see it. So that's why I put it there, and everything else kind of fell into place behind it.
Do you do competitions with it, or?
I do. It's my Pro-Am car. I compete. I was up at Hyperfest, US Drift this year. Unfortunately, that was before we had the dog box. Ran into some gearbox failures, and that's kind of what made the push for the dog box. So I went through 2 gearboxes in one day.
How long have you been building the car?
I've been building the car probably over about 5 years now. I used to be a big rotary guy, and but rotaries weren't a big me. They I liked them, but they didn't like me back, and after I went through countless ones of them, I got burnt out, and I had just had the dream of wanting to build a high revving ITB V8, and I felt time to put that into action.
How high do you rev it?
7,500, okay. And it's a stock bottom end. It just has a few, has some ARP bolts and some ACL race bearings and stuff. What I went through, I built the motor myself, and it's been holding out strong for about 6 months now.
All right, David, so thank you for sharing your car.
Thank
It's amazing. Where can people find more information on you or follow you?
You can follow me on David_Campo_ on Instagram and David Campo on Facebook.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.